Night descends once again over the Nevada desert. Far from public eyes, a hidden Air Force complex hums with life. Powerful floodlights cut through the dust, illuminating the sharp silhouette of a jet unlike any other, the F-47 Ghost Raptor. But this time, the story goes deeper, darker, and far more advanced. In this episode, we'll reveal how the U.S. Air Force has pushed the F-47 project into the next phase of AI warfare. Before we begin, hit subscribe to JetForce America, where every secret becomes reality. Engineers and pilots move like shadows, each step measured, each whisper classified. The world thought the Raptor was still a concept. The truth is, it has already taken flight. Sensors flicker, computers awaken, and the metallic skin of the jet glows faintly blue under the hangar lights. The future of warfare stands waiting on this silent runway. America's ultimate predator has returned. Inside the Raptor lies its most dangerous secret, the Neural Combat Core, a living brain of silicon and code. It does not wait for commands. It learns, adapts, and predicts. In simulations, it anticipates enemy maneuvers with near-perfect precision. The system studies millions of combat patterns every second, rewriting its own strategy before the pilot even blinks. Military analysts whisper that it reacts in 0.004 seconds, faster than any human nerve can fire. What once required entire command centers now fits inside a single jet. The Ghost Raptor isn't controlled by man. It cooperates with him. Together, they form an intelligence the world has never faced before. Across the Pacific, enemy radars search in vain. Screens flicker, alarms sound, but nothing appears. Russian and Chinese operators report brief distortions. Ghost signals vanishing as quickly as they arrive. One officer admitted, "We know it's there, but we can't see it." The F-47's quantum stealth coating ends electromagnetic waves, swallowing radar pulses and scattering infrared light. Even satellites struggle to track it. To the enemy, it's as if the air itself has turned hostile. This is invisible dominance, power that exists without presence, fear that strikes before the first missile launches. The sky no longer belongs to those who can see. It belongs to those who cannot be seen. The Ghost Raptor's heart beats with the plasma hybrid drive, a propulsion system capable of propelling the jet to Mach 8.2, 8 times the speed of sound. At such velocity, air turns into fire, and the horizon curves beneath its wings. Yet the Raptor glides silently, leaving only a thin blue shimmer in the darkness. Traditional jet engines scream. This one whispers. Engineers describe it as controlled lightning. The plasma exhaust generates no visible flame, no radar trace, and minimal thermal signature. At full acceleration, it crosses from Nevada to the Atlantic in under 20 minutes. In that silence, the age of sound barrier warfare ends. Production of the F-47 is no longer rumor, it's reality. 3 classified facilities, Nevada, Alaska, and a Pacific island whose name remains redacted, assemble components around the clock. Robotic cranes weld titanium plates while AI inspectors check for atomic-level imperfections. Every bolt carries a digital signature, every panel an encryption code. Pentagon insiders call it Project Horizon. Over 500 units are scheduled for completion within 3 years. These jets will not merely patrol, they will define the next century of air supremacy. For America, it marks the transition from human aviation to algorithmic warfare, a revolution built in absolute silence. Foreign intelligence networks scramble to respond. In Beijing, The J-36 Phoenix project restarts under panic. In Moscow, the MiG-50 Shadow begins hurried testing, but their engineers face an impossible question. How do you fight what you cannot detect? Conventional radars are useless, infrared trackers fail, even quantum arrays lose coherence when the Ghost Raptor engages stealth mode. Reports claim it projects false radar signatures hundreds of miles away, creating phantoms that lure missiles off target. The result is confusion, chaos, and wasted firepower. The balance of fear has shifted, not through numbers, but through invisibility. Inside the cockpit, the pilot sits surrounded by holographic displays. His companion, an AI entity known as Echo. It listens, learns, and speaks through a calm synthetic voice. Together they share control. Echo manages threat analysis, trajectory, and electronic warfare, while the pilot focuses on instinct. In tense moments, Echo even predicts the pilot's movements, synchronizing perfectly. This partnership has changed aviation psychology forever. No longer is the machine a tool, it is a comrade. The United States Air Force calls this evolution symbiotic warfare, a seamless bond of human courage and machine precision. The operation was never meant to be known. Satellite data shows a small formation of enemy drones entering restricted Pacific airspace. Within 90 seconds, all three disappeared. Analysts later traced the event to a test flight designated Mission 03. Sources confirm that the F-47 engaged autonomously. No human order, no remote control, just a single line in the mission log. Threats neutralized. Sensors recorded no missile trails. No explosions, only sudden loss of contact. For the first time, artificial intelligence made a combat decision in live warfare, and it was flawless. The age of reactive defense has ended. Proactive autonomy has begun. Experts inside JetForce America's defense circle reveal the F-47 is far beyond a fighter. It's a network hub. The jet can link to satellite constellations, control drone squadrons, and even issue orders to ground robotics in real time. Using its quantum link relay, it operates as a central brain coordinating dozens of units simultaneously. During exercises, entire battles are simulated and resolved within seconds. Decisions calculated through billions of predictive models. Human commanders now supervise strategy while the Ghost Raptor executes perfection. Air superiority has transformed into data superiority. Whoever commands the network controls the war. When the F-47 performed its ceremonial flyover above New York City, crowds filled the streets. The jet's dark frames sliced through the sunset, leaving a silent blue trail that glowed like starlight. Veterans saluted. Children pointed upward, whispering, "That's America's future." For decades, the U.S. Air Force symbolized strength. Now it symbolizes possibility. News anchors called it the Eagle of Freedom Reborn. To millions, the Ghost Raptor represents not war, but deterrence. Powers so advanced that conflict itself becomes unthinkable. It reminds the world that America does not chase innovation, America creates it. Declassified hints suggest the Ghost Raptor has already seen action. Analysts refer to Operation Silent Spear, a mission allegedly conducted in the Middle East. The objective: dismantle a terror network without detection. Locals reported no aircraft, no drones, only the aftermath: empty compounds, systems offline, and radio silence. The mission lasted 6 minutes. Pentagon officials neither confirm nor deny. Yet telemetry data shows an F-47 returning to base minutes after. If true, it marks the first successful invisible strike in human history. The line between science fiction and military reality has officially vanished. Both Russia and China attempted to deploy quantum radar arrays to expose the Ghost Raptor, but AI counterintelligence responded instantly. The jet hacked into signal loops, feeding them false coordinates and reflections of themselves. Within minutes, enemy defense systems believed they were under attack from their own locations. Missiles launched, alarms screamed, confusion reigned. By the time technicians realized the deception, the F-47 was already gone. Military theorists now call this the mirror strike. It's not destruction through firepower. It's victory through misdirection, proving that the sharpest weapon is information itself. International think tanks acknowledge what governments refuse to admit. The F-47 has rewritten deterrence theory. Nations no longer count aircraft, they measure algorithms. The jet's presence forces adversaries to rethink every strategy because any engagement could be suicidal. The United States has achieved strategic invisibility, a dominance beyond measurement. In response, rival powers hesitate, treaties reform, and diplomatic channels reopen. Paradoxically, the weapon designed for war may ensure peace through fear of its perfection. The sky has become America's unspoken border. The next evolution is already underway, Project Ghost Squadron, a fleet of autonomous F-47s communicating through a shared neural web, capable of operating without human pilots. Each jet will think as part of a collective mind, learning from the others instantly. Training simulations show swarm formations, executing impossible maneuvers, synchronized dives, orbital ascents, coordinated strikes, without a single command issued. Pentagon futurists predict deployment within a decade. For humanity, it signals the dawn of AI warfare, a new era where decisions are measured in microseconds and ethics must catch up to technology. Above the glowing horizon, one F-47 rises higher than ever before. The curvature of Earth reflects beneath its wings. The sun ignites its stealth skin in molten gold. Below, the cities of America sparkle like circuits on a living motherboard. The radio crackles with a final transmission. We don't follow the future. We build it. The Ghost Raptor banks toward the light, disappearing into the clouds. Its legacy is more than power. It is progress. Proof that imagination still fuels the American spirit. This is JetForce America. This is F-47, the Ghost Raptor, Part 2.